Greetings, family. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you coming on board. Respect. Family, we have some major breaking news. I'll call it breaking news coming in. The United States of America, the great America, is about establishing or is about to establish a drone base in Ivory Coast. Drone base, let's say military base that will be operating drone in Ivory Coast. Yes, and there are a lot of things confusing about this whole story that I'm going to present to you. And it's funny as well. Captain Ibrahim Traore was asked when he went to Russia, interview with Sputnik, and he was asked about we understood that he chased out the French military base because of that. But Ivory Coast and other countries that are taking the same step, why are they also taking the step? Because they are position of chasing the French military base is unclear, or the foreign military base is unclear. Ibrahim Traore answered in a very nice way. He said, look, he understood from his point that is not right, which is the reason why he chased out the foreign military bases. But for others, he can't tell. Mind you, before that, he said it to the soldiers in Burkina Faso. I even interpreted it here that, look, these people that are chasing the French military base, or they are chasing the French military or the foreign military base out like Ivory Coast, they should understand that it's camouflage. He said it point blank and also give some examples how these people are going to maintain their presence in a different form. And I think we are seeing these things coming to pass. You understand? To put you on the right perspective before we get into the story, let us not also forget that Ibrahim Traore is accusing Ivory Coast of having a training camp over there, training this group, the terrorists that are terrorizing them. He said it loud and clear to everybody, and we heard it. And also, we know that U.S. General Langley visited Ivory Coast after Ivory Coast went to Turkey and asked the Turkish foreign minister or defense minister, according to Ibrahim Traore, not to supply or sell weapons to Burkina Faso. All these things are in the basket before this news just hit us right now. Let's get into the details of this update. And this story that I'm about to present, you must understand that this is not my opinion or my view. This news is out there and it can be verified on every platform. Let me take you through the details and we talk about the confusion that is surrounding the story, all right? And before we get into it, family, thank you for those who are already supporting me, who are already part of the family. Please, if today is your first time or you have been watching us and you have not yet subscribed, I appeal to you, support the brother man, support an African narrative, and support African movement by subscribing and also, hit the like button and let's move forward, all right? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now, the news coming in right now, I'm talking about now currently, is that the United States is working to deepen its military cooperation with Cote d'Ivoire, including advancing discussion about setting up a drone base in the country of Ivory Coast. Now, this is, according to the update, this is part of the U.S. strategy to reshape their presence in West Africa after they've been removed from Niger. Their military base was chased out of Niger. So since then, they have been looking for ways and means to partner with other people located close to Niger. And talking about this U.S. drone base, you will be surprised to know where the drone they are considering to locate the drone. According to the update, it is the result of the instability growth in the Sahel region, especially in the countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. The U.S. is turning to more stable partners because Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso are not stable in collaborating and partnership with United States. So Cote d'Ivoire is now emerging as one of the key countries in the region that can support United States efforts to fight terrorism, improve the regional security and promote stability. This is what they have been doing for a long time. I don't know why up to now they've not been able to achieve the goal. So by increasing military cooperation with Ivory Coast, this is according to the United States is saying that they want to maintain a strategic position in West Africa. And this is also coming at the time when General Langley accused other global powers like Russia, China, of becoming more active in the region. So for the US, building stronger relationship with trusted partners like Ivory Coast is seen as essential to maintain influence and responding effectively to security challenges. This is what the United States is saying. This is according to United States. And also, Cote d'Ivoire's location make it an ideal partner for counter-terrorism because the country's border, Ivory Coast border, these areas are frequently attacked by jihadist group and other armed organizations. So these groups, since they have been moving across around the border, it will be a good thing to establish, this according to the United States, to establish a drone base around that area to, handle the situation. Now, according to the US, they are especially concerned about the spread of this extremist violence from the Sahel region to the coastal countries along the Gulf of Guinea. And attack in northern Cote d'Ivoire is raising alarm. They are not attacking Cote d'Ivoire. Who are they attacking? Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, but it is raising alarm to the United States. And when you look at the map of Africa, where the United States is, look at it, they are far away from here. But attack on the border of Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso is a concern to them. So the United States is now considering that having a drone base in the country will provide better surveillance, faster response to threats, and support for regional security, which they have been doing since day. All right. So in addition to fighting terrorism, this new partnership between Ivory Coast and the United States also aim to tackle other major problems in the region, such as the maritime piracy in the Gulf of Guinea, illegal trafficking, and cross-border smuggling. Let's put it on record that this major sign of a growing partnership started from April 24, 2025 this year, when U.S. Marine Corps General Langley, the same man who accused Ibrahim Traore of using his gold resources to protect himself, the commander of U.S. AFRICOM or AFRICOMMAND or Africa Command, visited Cote d'Ivoire for the opening of a flintlock in 2025. This initiative called Flintlock is the largest annual special operation training exercise in Africa, according to report. I even reported this on this platform and how this movement went on, how it was established and all that. This event particular, the Flintlock particular, brought together more than 500 elite military personnel from 38 countries on the continent of Africa. So this Flintlock, according to them, is designed to improve coordination between African and international forces in responding to shared security threats. Now, during the visit of General Langley was joined at the visit. He was joined by U.S. Ambassador Jessica Davis Barr. They met with Ivorian Minister of Defense Tene Brahima Ouattara and the Chief of Defense Staff General Lassina Doumbia. One of these guys went to tell the Turkish, according to Ibrahim Traore, the Turkish defense minister, not to provide weapons to Ibrahim Traore or Burkina Faso. This group met and the focus was on how to improve security cooperation, share intelligence, and to boost Cote d'Ivoire's role as a regional security leader. We know what this means. To position Ivory Coast as a regional security leader. We know what it means. I don't know the reason why countries that are trying to industrialize become a threat to Ivory Coast. I don't know. Now, one of the key topics during this meeting was the potential establishment of this U.S. drone base in Cote d'Ivoire. And the talk about the base actually started in 2024 after the U.S. decided to withdraw troops from Niger. The talk started from there because in Niger, the United States was having some of the major military drone bases there. Let's have this on record. United States has not yet made a final decision about building a permanent base, but discussion with Ivorian officials are ongoing, which is the reason why General Langley is going there and coming back and going there. According to U.S. military sources, the idea is to either build a new facility or use and expand existing Ivorian military infrastructure to support the drone operations. This is where it gets a little bit interesting, family. Last year, 2024, Kenneth Ekman, who is the AFRICOM's coordinator for West Africa, he clarified that the U.S. had not committed to any specific location. He made this clarification in response to, is it in response or in response, whatever that English is. Let's handle it like that. So he was responding to a report by the French news outlet Mon Afrique. This media house claimed that the drone base was planned near the Odieni in the northern Côte d'Ivoire. So Ekman came in defense and denied that no site has been chosen, but he confirmed that areas near the borders with Mali and Burkina Faso are being seriously considered a ring bell or a rank bell. According to him, the reason why these places are considered is that these regions face the highest risk of jihadist attack. So placing a drone base nearby will improve the US military's ability to monitor and respond to threats quickly. This is what he said, according to his word. Let me quote him, in quote or unquote, whatever it is. It seemed to me that if we could consider basing closer to that area of operation, our effectiveness will be enhanced. He also mentioned that using existing Ivorian facility might be a more practical and cost-effective option than building a brand new drone base from scratch. The question is, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, they joined their military fighting the terrorists in their regions. What is this all about? Anyway, let's move forward. Now, for Côte d'Ivoire, this is according to Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is saying that this growing partnership with the United States could bring advanced training, military resources, and intelligence sharing that will boost the country's own defense capabilities. I don't know the fear of Ivory Coast towards Burkina Faso. I don't know. This issue of Burkina Faso will attack them one day that they are putting in their mind. I don't know. But at the same time, they are also saying that it positioned Côte d'Ivoire, or it positioned them as key player in the fight against insecurity in West Africa. Ivory Coast, we know, looking at how they dealt with Thomas Sankara through Blaise Compaoré, the traitor who went and hid in Ivory Coast, how Ivory Coast have been shielding those who have been disrupting the revolution of Africa. We know Ivory Coast not to be a key player in fighting against insecurity, but against the revolution of Africa. So the whole idea of this military base and the presence of the United States in Ivory Coast and all that is about talking about terrorism. But is it really true? A lot of people are doubting it. Not our platform. We don't doubt anything. We are not involved in anything. We are just putting the fact across and asking questions. This platform, we don't promote hate. We don't promote division. We are only asking questions that people are asking. Is it true that it is just about military cooperation in fighting terrorism? Watch General Lanley clarify this.
General Langley, can you talk about why we care about what's happening in Africa right now? Why are we spending the money we're spending there?
For access and influence. I'd say that a number of countries are at the tipping point of actually being captured by the Russian Federation, as they are spreading some of their false narratives across Libya. And from a strategic answer piece, access influence across the whole Maghreb.
So you can watch from that video that according to General Lanley, the main aim of the United States presence in Africa, not according to me, not according to our platform, not according to us, but according to General Lanley, is to maintain control, influence, and to push back the influence of China and Russia. He said it, not me. I'm not get hand in this. We are peaceful platform here. Another confusing thing is, recently, you Ivory Coast, you chase France military base out. All of a sudden, you are now accepting US military base in your country. That too is confusing to a lot of Africans. What is happening? We don't know. The most confusing part of this whole story among Africans right now is Africans are concerned about the fact that just now, Burkina Faso is now using drone to fight terrorists. There's terrorists in the region, according to informations and video footages, don't use drones. They go by motorbike and using abochi slippers and jalabia and moving around with AK-47, disturbing the peace of the region. And as Burkina Faso is now increasing and speeding their victory over these guys with drone, the US is immediately trying to establish a drone base near Burkina Faso. Africans are concerned, not this platform. We don't have hand in this. We are only echoing the concern out there. And some controversial, let me say it like that, so that we can stand as a platform that we don't promote hate. Of course, there are some controversial analysis who are also saying that it won't be a surprise thing if the US set up the drone base and start training soldiers and start their military operation, and all of a sudden we start hearing that the terrorists are now using drone against the soldiers of Burkina Faso. This is according to some analysis. I no get hand in this, because this analysis, when you listen to them, they are all over social media. Their argument is based on the fact that Ibrahim Traore has been accusing Ivory Coast of already having a base where these individuals are trained to disturb their region or their country. And the base that are training them is located in Ivory Coast, according to the president of Burkina Faso, not us. He said the imperialists are training these guys in Ivory Coast and there is a base there. Ivory Coast denied this allegation. Now, the most confusing again aspect of this whole story to us practically and to the rest out there is that first, the United States of America, I mean the great America, the peace-loving nation, the most democratic nation, and the nation who go around, trying their best to stabilize our regions, and at the end of the day, so far so good, stabilization is not stabilizing, but they are doing their best though. The America with the most powerful military forces have been here with this narrative of fighting terrorism for so many years now, but still, with all their equipment and sophisticated weapons and military personnel, they are not able to defeat these guys called terrorists wearing abochi slippers and jalabia with AK-47 in the bush. It's concerning to Africans, not only us, but this one is a concern. This platform is only echoing the concern of others out there. At the same time, Africans, we are confused again about the fact that we heard the United States saying publicly that these guys, that they are here to help Africa to get rid of them and delete them out of our region. Part of their own aid is going to support these same people. So you are supporting the people you are trying to help us to fight. So what is concerning? Things need to be clear. We are not insinuating anything. We just don't understand. Now, in all these things, talking about this drone base in Ivory Coast, do you remember when General Lanley went to Congress? What raised or what pulled out the protest recently? Do you remember what he asked? Yes, he's asking for drone fighters and stuff because Africa is in trouble. Lovely people, what exactly does this mean to you? I want to know in the comment. This platform, we stand neutral. We don't promote hate. We don't promote political unrest. We only ask the questions and echo the sentiment and the concern of the people out there. Don't forget to like and share, and also share your comment in the session so that we have the conversation there going. Respect.